Yo, what up guys? This is Bobby and I'm back with another video. Today I want to talk about semen retention and celibacy. Today what I want to talk about is why you should do semen retention and celibacy. You should do it because you'll be connected more with God. You know, God is God is always with you. He'll always be with you by your side every time that you hold on to your life force, your semen. He'll be with you all the step of the way. Till you find your kingdom spouse. I think people really don't believe in kingdom spouses, but there is a such thing as a kingdom or a wife spouse out there waiting for you. And this when you practice this, it's like you're showing more love to yourself. When you're like just constantly releasing and busting nuts all over the place, you have no love for yourself at the end of the day, man. You have no love for yourself. That's what the devil wants for you, not to have no love for yourself. He wants you to keep, relapsing and busting nuts to the porn, all the websites, He wants you to do that. God, He don't want you to, bust nuts all the time, relapsing, watching all the porn and stuff like that. He don't want you to do that. What God wants you to do, He wants you to show love to yourself. He wants you to hold on to your semen, your seed, man. He wants you to do that. He do. Even your ancestors, they want you to do that too. They don't want you, watching that type of stuff. They probably looking down on you like, wow, this guy, like, what's he doing? Why is he wasting it? Let me leave the room. Let me leave the room. I don't want to see no more of this. That's what the ancestors probably thinking. They always watching. You got angels too. But yeah, that's a reason. That's another reason, to hold on to your energy, to do semen retention, be celibate. Another reason why you should do it is because you have so much energy, man. Like, you have so much energy, people will start to stare at you. Even like animals, kids, little babies, they want to connect with you because you have that light around you, man. You have a light and they can see it. When you're like watching porn and all that, it brings darkness. It brings darkness and negative energy. I don't know if y'all knew that, but that's what porn brings. It brings negative energy and darkness. When you're holding on and not watching that stuff, you have that light around you. You have that light energy, that golden light. And you will start to glow as well. You will start to glow. Your eyes will start to glow as well because you have that life inside you. You have that seed of life, that life force. Your eyes will start to glow. Your skin, everything will start to glow. Your whole body will glow. And there's women attraction too on semen retention. There's gonna be women staring you up and down like you looking like a snack or a home cooked meal. That's how women gonna look at you too. They gonna look at you like that, man. And don't do this for, I know people do this for women attraction and all that, to get to sleep with girls, get girls numbers. I mean, I wouldn't recommend you do that, but if, cause you could lose your energy just like that, like just in a snap, you know. But you know, people do this for women attraction, but you know, I don't do it for women attraction. Like, I do this for confidence. You know, I do this to keep my head up. You know, I always had trouble like keeping my head up and all that, you know, just to get by the day, you know, because I was always watching websites and I was always walking like with my head down, you know. But now, like when I'm doing this practice, I keep my head up, man, because this is what semen retention does for you. It it makes you confident, man. It makes you confident, and people be like, "This is a placebo," you know. There's so many YouTubers and content creators out there making, you know, YouTube videos about this, and you know, it's not placebo at all, man. Just you could even look up, you know, like Dante Young, you know, on Angel Time, you know, they will, you know, tell you, you know, this is not a placebo. This is some real shit, man. This is real. And I'm just trying to motivate y'all, you know, to tell y'all, man, to get on this journey, man. Get on semen retention, because it's a great journey to be on, you know. This is a great journey. I could tell y'all and teach. I could give you a fish to eat, but I could what's that saying? I just heard it the other day. I could give you a fish today to eat, but I could teach you. Or would you rather learn how to fish for a whole lifetime? You know, you could get this information, but you know, you gotta use it. You know. But yeah, I'ma leave it here, and hopefully y'all got something out of it. I'm trying to motivate y'all to, you know, at least hop on this journey, man. You know. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all in another video. This is Bobby. Peace out.